I just got to lunch, kind of late because I got distracted. Me and the guy who sits behind me were trying to bug a system, and the guy behind me figured it out. So I'm trying to like craft up an email, explaining the bug to the IT guy. So yeah, I didn't send it yet. I'm debating if I should make a meeting or just try and figure out how to write this all, but yeah. Probably gonna end up sending an email because I don't know, it's just easier. It's 4:13. I got a little bored and I don't know, I'm just feeling, I don't know, like I need to do something, and I don't want to sit at my desk, but I decided to go on a walk right now, so I'm just gonna go on a quick little walk around my building. 1:31, and I was trying to make a tutorial of how to use this system that we have, and yeah, and then there's like a drop down menu, and then there's like options, of course, and then there's stuff that's like duplicate options, and I'm just like confused because the other time I tried the system, I clicked one of them, and then this time I guess I clicked the other one, and then it's just, I can't handle that. I can't be hoping that I'm clicking the right one. So yeah, so then I emailed this guy and I'm like, oh, can you fix this? And then I got a bounce back that he's PTO until the 30th, which is not next week, but like the next Tuesday or something like that. So I'm gonna have to wait that long, I guess. I don't know. So then I messaged the IT manager guy and I'm like, is this guy the only guy that does the system? And then he's like, mainly, yeah, but like, what do you need help with? But I don't want to bother this guy. So I just messaged back and then I was like, there's like something duplicating on his system, but like, it's not that urgent, so I'll just wait. But yeah, thanks. Today's been a super busy day. I thought it was gonna be a chill day, but apparently not. This morning, my boss canceled the morning meeting for tomorrow. And so we're all questioning, we're like, did he mean to cancel the one today or the one for tomorrow? Like, we don't know. So yeah, so then time rolled around like 8:30, because that's when the meeting is. And my boss was still sitting at his desk and stuff, and yeah. And then we were like confused, but then the guy who sits next to me, my neighbor, he said, I'm gonna go ask our boss if he meant to do today, and yeah. And then this other quality manager guy, something like that, already went to the meeting. But yeah, so then my neighbor did that, and then he came back, and then he's like, oh, he meant to cancel it for today. And then the guy's like standing, like looking like between the path and like across from him, because that's where the quality manager guy sits. And then he's like, the guy already went. And then I was like, okay, I'll go get him. And then he was like, okay. So yeah, so then I went down to the meeting room to go get the guy, and it turns out there's like 4 people in that meeting room waiting for the meeting, because yeah. And then I told them like, oh, the meeting for today is canceled. He accidentally canceled it for tomorrow, but he meant today. So yeah, so then people started walking back to the main area, and this guy asked me a question, so then I started walking with him the short way, and then this other guy called my name, and he was going the long way, because the long way, there's a break room along that path, and you can get coffee from there. And yeah, so I quickly answered the guy who was going the short way's question, and then I turned around and then went into the door with the other guy going the long way. This guy is the guy that's the quality manager who sits across from my neighbor. But yeah, so then I went with him, and then he's like, you want coffee? And then I was like, no thank you. Then he started talking all about coffee and stuff like that, and yeah. And then we got to the room, and then this IT guy who saw us walking and stuff was like chasing us, which like, okay, not really chasing us, but like he was like following us because he wanted to talk to the quality manager guy. But he also needed like something from the printer, and the printer's like across from the break room. So yeah, so then he asked the quality manager guy the question, and then I was just chilling, like staring into the break room. And as he's talking to the IT guy, these two other guys who also smoke and drink coffee came to the break room because they were coming down also. Quality guy and the IT guy finished talking, then the quality guy came inside the break room. I was still standing outside, but then he grabbed 3 cups from under the sink, and he was grabbing like a cup for me too, I believe, but I don't drink coffee. So he poured himself some coffee, and then he exited the room, and then I was walking back out with him, back down the same way we had come, and then he's like, "You didn't get coffee?" And then I was like, "No thanks." I don't know how this conversation came to be, but then he started talking about how the IT manager guy is gonna be gone because he's going to our Hanoi site to do, I don't know, IT stuff there. I don't know how that conversation happened. And then I was like, but so then what if I need help? And then he's like, contact me. And then I'm like, oh, okay, because this is a quality guy I'm talking to. It's not an IT guy, so I don't know if he's gonna know, but and then we got to like the double doors to exit this like office area, and then the IT guy, the one that had followed us down to ask the quality manager guy a question, he stood up from his desk and then was staring at us like from his desk, just like standing up, and then he was like, "Nikki, did you want coffee?" And then I was like, "No thanks, I don't drink coffee." And then he was like, if you want anything, just let me know. And then I'm like, "Wait, you're going too?" And then he was like, "Yeah." So that IT guy and the IT manager guy are both going to Hanoi, so it'll be a little quiet over there. But basically this morning I was just chilling, doing whatever, and like I was proofreading something that's like optional to proofread, so I was just chilling, like going slow, just proofreading this thing. And then I had this like training thing, I guess, from 10 to 2. So I'm like, okay, like I'm just gonna be doing this right now, and then I'm gonna go to the training thing at 10. But at like 9:55-ish, I got an email from my boss, and he said, "Nikki's gonna take care of this." And then I was reading like further in the chain, and it's basically somebody asking my boss who in my title is going to be taking ownership of this project, and so I guess it's me. So that's great. So then I had to do quoting for this thing, and so now I'm like, oh, like I can't make it to this training thing anymore. I was gonna go, but now I can't go because I have to quote this, and quoting is like number 1 priority because that's how we like make our money, of course. And I had to do that, but then I couldn't find the files, and then I found them, but then they were like locked, like password protected, and I'm like, how do I open this? I had to go talk to this junior PM to get the password, and then she sent me the password, and but then I think she talked to the guy who got a hold of the files, and then she asked him to just like unlock the files completely, so I think he did that. So so then I was just quoting and stuff all morning, and then I got invited to go to lunch with the junior PM and the chief, because normally it's the junior PM, my PM friend, and the chief, but my PM friend is on PTO for 3 weeks, so now it's just the 2 of them, and then they invited me, I guess. I don't know, but I didn't go because I have to quote this thing, and I still didn't even go to the training thing. Continuing from yesterday. So basically, I don't even remember where I was. So I went to lunch at like 2 o'clock or something like that, and then I had to go to a meeting 3:30 to 4:30. Great. And I was not excited for this meeting, but but I still went, and the guy who hosted the meeting literally like individually chatted me and is all like, if you're available, can you come to the meeting? Because I didn't accept the Google Calendar invite, because I don't accept Google Calendar invites much, because if something like comes up and then I suddenly can't go, then I feel bad that I accepted it, and then they're expecting me to go and then I didn't go. So but I showed up and yeah, to the meeting. And that meeting ended at like 4:10, 4:15 maybe. And yeah, and so then my college friend and I went the long way, because there's like a short way and then a long way. We went the long way because I just take the long way for when I have meetings and stuff. So yeah, so since we took the long route, we walked through the office area, and the office area has IT, finance, marketing, HR, people like that. Yeah, so then as we walked by, I saw the IT manager guy and then this quality guy talking. And then it reminded me that me and that quality guy needed to talk to the IT manager guy about fixing something. So we went to go back to our desk area and stuff, and then I was waiting for this quality guy to come back to the desk area. So then he got back, and then I'm like, oh, you were talking to the IT manager. Like, did you talk to him about this thing that he needs to fix for us? And then he's like, oh, no, I forgot. And I'm like, oh, well, I forgot too. So do you want to, like, go back there and talk to him, or do you want to wait, like, 1.5 to 2 weeks? And then he's like, 2 weeks? And then I'm like, yeah, he's leaving. not forever, but like, because he's going to our Vietnam site for, I don't know what he's doing, but yeah. So then that guy was like, let's go talk to him now. So then I was like, okay. So we went to go talk to him about that issue, and then the guy was trying to fix it, I think, and yeah, but then the quality guy had to leave because he had a meeting at 4:30. So then I stayed there, and then I talked to the IT manager guy about this other thing. And yeah, and then we were talking for like maybe like 10-15 minutes or so. He did actually do the things that I suggested him to do, which I thought he just like put on the back burner to do like never. But yeah, he's gonna roll it out soon after he, probably sometime after he gets back from his trip, because he doesn't want to, release it, and then there's a bunch of bugs, and then he's not there to fix it, So yeah, but he showed me some of the features, and it's looking better. Before I left, because we were talking and stuff, and then his phone is on the table, and then somebody called him, and then I could see like the name of the person on the phone, or who was calling him, and he was like picking it up to like answer it, but he was still talking to me, and so he didn't want to answer it. But yeah, but then he missed the call because we were still like wrapping up, I guess, / like finishing talking to each other. So then after we finished, then I walked back to my desk area, and then I saw the guy that was calling, the IT manager guy, and then I'm like, you could have just gone over there. And then he's like, what? And then I'm like, you just called the IT manager guy, because I was just over there talking to him. And he's like, oh yeah, I did. But yeah,